All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bug blog is now live.
Oh, no, dear. I should take a look at what's on the bug blog.
Let's look at the bug blog.
All right, I'm going to pull up the bug blog. What What is the bug blog? All right, known issues for Shadows over Innistrad cards.
hmm
Um, let's see. Some cards with Madness text do not correctly display their reminder text. Notably, this includes Fiery Temper. Okay, sure, whatever. Um, if an opponent removes an equipment from the battlefield with its equipability on the stack, targeting the Abyssinian missionaries, the missionaries will transform at the end of the turn.
That's interesting. Although there are very few instant speed ways in which to do that that I can think of, so it's not going to come up a whole lot. Like almost all the artifact hate I can think of is sorcery speed. Actually, what is instant speed artifact hate in this format?
Oh God.
So the two main ones are Angelic Purge and Root Out.
How about you could probably do bounce.
Yeah, you could yeah, non-land permanent. Yeah, effective deterrence would work.
Yeah.
Now the clue one, Root Out is a sorcery.
Yeah. That is a sorcery of all
That's
things.
it's about like Tarashi's Grasp. So
Yeah.
just fine. Tarashi's Grasp is a fine card.
Okay. There are a couple bugs on here, but nothing looks.
Nothing like Cruel Ultimatum crashing the game.
Oh
They
boy.
peaked.
Basically,
They peaked with.
I see a literal paragraph that I haven't read it because my eyes glaze over every time I try, but I see the words Silver Fur Partisan and Zada. Basically, I think I know how that fails. Like, cause yeah,
So yeah, that would be like you don't get the 2/2 off the Silver Fur when you target Zada with the thing that copies it to.
maybe it goes infinite. Maybe it keeps targeting wolves over time and does that. I don't know. Um. Anyway, we're here to do.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you stack your triggers right. Yeah, so that
Yeah.
it targets the wolves as they come into play,
And you just go.
and then Perforos murders your opponent. Anyways, what are we doing tonight, Jens?
We're doing a 8-4. We're doing a Shadows over Innistrad draft.
We're doing the fast. I don't like that these are fast build because this is actually a format where you have to think about your deck.
Right, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm ready for fast build yet. Like, so it's like, oh boy, like you
Like
gotta go
build,
fast.
gotta build during pack 3.
Yeah, basically, you have to start the build as early as possible, and then like,
Because that was the beauty of Battle for Zendikar. You had so much trash that if you had 23 at the end of the pack 3, you were done. You didn't have to think about your deck. It just happened. But this format, which is so chuffed of 3 mana, 3/2s that you just can't decide.
so many of the freaking the byway
Yeah, Byway Courier.
courier, like
Like
all
they're all good. None of them are bad.
yeah.
Even the vampire one's okay because it's a vampire.
Right, like the vampire one has no text, and it's like, oh well, that sucks. But then it's like, well, what if you play that on 3, and then on 4 you play, the +1/+1 counter 4/2, and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
well, that sounds good too.
Or you're in red black and you have that uncommon enchantment.
I freaking love that enchantment.
They're all good. All those are too. I don't know if the black white one's good. The one that, but it has team pump on it, so it can't be bad.
Yeah, like even at the worst, it has team pump, and it also like because it gives skulk, like you
You
just
can attack and then team pump.
yeah, you
And
can
yeah.
sidestep.
Now we'll open Avacyn and then play like four color Avacyn.
Love an Avacyn and then play mono white, and
Nah.
just be like, look, here's our aggressive deck. Oh, by the way, it has like the Buster too. Like what?
Funny thing, I think this format, it's the power of the 3 mana 3/2 means it's really important to have good 2 drops.
It is important to
White
have
has like
bear around, but the funniest thing is that like the good 3/2s, the ones that are the best, the two that come to
they
mind
replace
immediately.
themselves.
Yeah, like if you play bear and then they play 3/2, you feel bad about that trade because all right, I'll trade bear for 3/2, and then you get a card back. Like, what is this?
But you have to do that anyways. Like
Yeah.
you have to you have to get on the bus eventually, Jen.
No, you just wait until you find a 2/4. It's fine.
It's like I don't want to be playing like more than a 2/4 unless it's 3 mana 2/4
3 mana 2/4
or
is really good in this format.
the mole is good.
Alright, what do we got? No cards, alright.
Yeah, we get an empty pack. Next.
Here's garbage, asshole. Like, okay, alright. There we go.
Okay, we have an F-Zero's stage.
We got Port Town. We're on Port Town. Okay, I'm gonna note Port Town because I think this is really important. Check out that wiggling skeleton in the center there, Port Town.
He's a wiggling.
It's a wiggling skeleton. Also, this look at this art and tell me this is white-blue dual. Like, what the hell?
See that red shading at the top? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, this pack's kind of empty. We have a uncommon enchantment we could go in on.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm also looking at like the more like aggressive options of like the
Maybe
logger
we have like the piker
or
and the howlpack wolf.
yeah, or like Dauntless Cathar,
Yeah, Dauntless Cat. Dauntless Cathar is probably the best creature here.
which makes me think I want to pick it just because that's like this is a good aggressive creature. Like, and there is no deck where I don't want this card because it's like okay, here's a 3/2 body that's great, and then like you get a spirit token later.
Yeah, I like any of the 3 reasonable picks here, maybe 4 reasonable picks. I tend to prefer red and green in this format.
Same here, but that's actually the reason I'm picking the white here is because I want to move to. I just want to try something slightly different. I want to try a different direction for what I'm doing.
Okay, we have like a Gloom Widow. We have a pretty good 3 mana 3/1.
Yeah.
3 mana 3/1s are okay considering the 3 mana 3/2s are around.
I like Stitched Mangler.
Stitched Mangler,
Like it's.
Want to go in on that?
Like I like this guy. I like. This is my buddy the man with pickup truck.
There's also Call the Bloodline.
There's Call the Bloodline, which is
another of those excellent uncommon enchantments.
Yeah, that's another place that would be really good to be.
We could have went one and then the other, and then it would have been fine because those 2 cards work actually perfectly together.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to pick that. I don't have an entire reason to do so, but that's not a bad place to be anyway.
Well, it just turn lands into 1/1s. Like that's the card works on its own.
Yeah.
But then there's just like Gloom Widow and like Stitched Mangler and.
I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if I'll stick in black because we might find other things that are more compelling, but
I also like black in this format.
Yeah.
Okay, another duel. Okay. Silver Strike, easy pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at like good removal. Like just hey, what if good removal?
What if we played Neck Snap and it was fine and we gained some life?
Yep. Other cards that are good in here, good green. Like the 2-drops in green are really very good.
Yeah, the Quilled Wolf and the Hinterland Logger are okay. Are both good. I mean, Might Beyond Reason is okay. It's a little expensive. Devilthorn Fox is also pretty sweet. Other than that, Expose Evil is like a 23rd. Dissension in the Ranks, if it ever works, will be sweet.
I've never seen it work yet, and still not.
I'm sure the time it does work, it'll be completely amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be destroy.
is like okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be destroy 2 creatures like for 5 mana instant speed, like which will be on your own turn. But Silver Strike, I'm completely fine with having good removal.
You could do it on your opponent's turn. There's also like I have to say, green is looking hell of open.
Yeah,
Also, if you did want to play black, Ghoul Caller's Accomplice, I think is a little better than Vessel of Ephemera.
I like the Vessel of Ephemera. Even at 5 mana, I like the card a lot because flyers are at a premium in this set. Like, all of my experience in this set has been flying creatures have unblockable, like just flat.
Yeah, flying creatures are hard to deal with. Yeah,
not just hard, like impossible. Like a flyer is just like, oh, this is a license to print damage. Like,
well, look at the card directly to the right of the card you have highlighted.
I'm aware that cards like that exist, but
yeah, green looks extremely open. Solitary Hunter is an unreasonably good card.
Okay, so I'm gonna next time I see Man with a Pickup Truck, I will explain to President Arc why I call this guy Man with Pickup Truck. Inspiring Captain, Puncturing Light, both of which are fine.
I like Puncturing Light a little more, but Inspiring Captain's a good creature.
Right.
Basically, I'm opted to pick removal when
I
I
was.
get the opportunity to.
I think I'm with you on that. Like the ability to remove creatures from play is
Also,
always great.
Silent Observer, another flying hose. I
Yeah.
played Coastline Chimera back in the day.
Well, like I'm not saying that flying hoses don't exist.
Yeah, but nobody plays them. Nobody plays Silent Observer
I'm saying
because
that flyer like the colors that can't like what does black do against me? Like what does black do against me? What does red do against me? Like those two colors can't answer it. And
yeah.
like green has has the card you pointed at and nothing. Like
No, it has the combat trick too. Untap, give reach, function +2/+2.
yeah. I'm gonna pick another vessel.
Yeah, Vessel seems okay here. His pack's kind of empty.
Right, that's why I'm like I was kind of on the lookout here. Like I saw the vessel, I'm like, can I find anything else? Like
Heck, Magnifying Glass is okay.
I've played that card, and I'm sorry, I have not played that card, but I've played against it, and it's been powerful. Like in the sense of like it's ramp like to let you get to like 5/6 early, and also it is the
Six
end
mana
game.
draw card is the problem with it, but it's like an okay card.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll have a deck where I finally want Delirium.
Maybe Vessel. That's like the more powerful thing about the vessels is that the playable ones let you get Delirium on.
Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing in white here. What do we see that is reasonable? Aldrich's Kindred is kind of funny to still see in this pack, to be honest.
It is. We'd have to. It's
Yeah.
okay if we're just in red white.
Yeah, like
There's also Wicker Witch as like the playable as like a any
maybe
deck playable card.
maybe that's what
It's
I
also an artifact creature for Delirium.
Yeah, maybe we go with that because like I'm not interested in the Vessel of Malignity. I'm not like Wicker Witch is at least playable in anything, and like because Uldrich's Kindred is very good, but we're not going to be in red green like on top of this. Like I don't see myself fully switching out of white with the cards I have.
We would just be playing it as like a 3-mana 3/2 with trample. That's a good trick.
Good trick.
I've seen every time I've seen somebody try to win with Creeping Dread, they've lost to it because they're discarding a card every turn.
Right, like the card that is effectively there was a card in Tempest that was effectively that card without the like life loss, and like it again was kind of crappy because yeah. I guess if I really wanted to open the armory,
madness, it's okay. Yeah, open the armory.
if I
Watch
really
us like skip these cards and then pick up like a
Slayer's Blade.
Blade. That's a card you can't beat, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't beat Slayer's Blade.
Nothing. I don't even want the black cards in here. Is any of the blue worth picking up? Any of the
Nope.
Is the Vessel?
Vessel of Decency and Sanitarium Skeleton are the best cards in this pack, which is saying something.
I think the Vessel's a completely fine card. Maybe I do want the skeleton because I do have Call the Bloodline. Like,
Is black going to be real though? It seemed to be heavily cut.
right, like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm looking at other
Whereas
colors.
green seemed kind of open, but maybe not anymore since it's been around a while. Like your Stoic Builder, which might be the pick.
Yeah, or like even yeah, cancel. So Stoic Builder, I call Man with Pickup Truck because I saw this card and immediately thought this man is going to take those logs and slam them in the bed of the pickup truck that is directly off camera. That is why this is
Prefer subs to dubs, definitely.
yes. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it. Don't want to take Expose Evil over Might Beyond Reason.
Which instant do you want in your graveyard?
Uh,
Okay. That really mob's okay. It works really good with the vessels.
I was gonna say we're in a deck where this might actually work just fine. Sure, give me the playable one out of these, and the whatever. Okay.
So, the snap not so playable, but
okay.
I've gotten my ass kicked by it once.
Is Chase the main character of Magic now?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He shows up there. He's got the protagonist camera behind him.
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
Yeah. So we're in white something.
We're in white with few creatures.
Not as few as we think, like, because it's 5, but the 2 vessels means 7 in one
Uh,
pack. Like, if we're on
well,
that
I'm
same,
also thinking I'm only counting the creatures I know we're going to play.
okay, like, yeah,
Just like Unruly Mob, Wicker Witch,
right,
like
like if
Dauntless Cathar. No,
okay,
I think the Witch we're probably as of right now we're playing Wicker Witch.
yeah, Geralt's masterpiece, huh? Is blue the other color I want to go in on with that? Like, is that good enough to do it?
I don't know. There's another Vessel of Ephemera we could easily pick here.
Right.
I think that the Girl's Masterpiece is probably a fine pick. Like Abyssinian Missionaries would be like the other one.
Yeah, I was saying missionaries. I'd feel a little better about if I had like equipment that I wanted right now, and like I've seen.
Don't, we'll end up with Bonesaw. Don't worry
I
about
know
it.
we'll end up with Bonesaw. I'm aware that we'll totally end up with Bonesaw because that's how this functions. Um,
Other than that, there's also Explosive Apparatus, but we have no Delirium yet, and that is a 4 mana shock.
yep,
It's a completely playable card, though.
puncturing light as well. But yeah, I think it's Abyssinian missionaries versus Geralt's masterpiece, depending on if I actually want to go into blue. And I think I'm fine going in on the blue for that.
Let's go for it.
I've played this card before. It does a job very well.
Coastline Chimera comes back in.
Yeah, the snapper does not. I'm actually completely fine playing Coastline Chimera in a deck that has.
I am too, especially in a deck with Bonesaw in it.
Yeah, we don't have Bonesaw yet.
Well, we'll get like that's. There's no way we cannot. If we can get a Bonesaw if we want one. Griff's Boon is actually a fucker of a card.
I was
This is
gonna
rank
say,
4.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm picking Griff's Boon here. Like, damn. Also, look at the really good cards and like this is a good pack. In the
Yeah, we got
sense of,
Scourge Wolf, Rabid Bite, Village Messenger, and then we have the Olympia's Bloodsworn, Farbog Revenant's okay, and then that's the end. There's Root
Yeah.
Out, which is really sweet on sideboard. Snagging Thoughts can be okay.
I was mostly looking at it like on the top here, where it's like, all right, Scourge Wolf, Olivian's Bloodsworn, Messenger, Farbog, Rabid Bite. And I'm like, wow, this pack's really good. And then it's like, oh, bad cards. All right.
And then there's Stern Constable, which is like easily one of the worst tappers ever made.
Yeah.
Like, I would prefer spending not a card to tap target spirit because that usually would do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm very happy having Griff's Boon. That's something like, I throw it on Unruly Mob or any other, like, hell,
Any creature.
Wicker
throw it on
Witch.
throw it on a 1/1 with flying.
Yeah. Literally anything because it comes back later. Also, this gives me reason to want like a Shard of Broken Glass to mill myself sooner or later because I already have 3 cards now that matter a lot as far as the discard goes. Press for answers.
If we wanted to get a good equipment, the sensor is actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Like press for answers is the only thing I'm looking at in here at all.
Essence Flux is also like a anti-removal tech.
Yeah.
We don't have any spirits yet, or none that live through the Essence Flux. Like press for answers or the sensor. I kind of want the Abyssinian Missionaries to wheel, so I like the sensor, and we are kind of heavily flying, but
I don't think those missionaries are coming back.
I kind of want them to, though, is the thing.
Right, but I don't think they are.
What creatures are there to pick out of this pack?
Right,
There's
it's what, Seagrass Scab? Like,
yeah, this Scab. I guess there's good creatures in red and black.
I like press for answers because I like it better than expose evil.
That's a very good werewolf. I think we want Inspiring Captain, though.
Yeah, Inspiring Captain is able to do a lot of work for us.
Man, I would say that white feels cut, but it really just feels like the last 3 packs have had nothing in them.
Yeah, like I don't think white might have some like there might be another player picking up the white cards, but we've seen white cards in them. It's just like, oh, by the way, they're awful.
It's like a serial guidance or whatever.
Or the art on this makes me laugh because it's like, oh, go!
It's like he's spooking them.
Yeah.
Get spooked. I want to spook you.
Like, don't turn around. There's a ghost right behind you, and that person's like, you've tried that trick on me the last 6 days. Like,
yes. Now we pick Uncaged Fury.
Yeah.
No, we pick Stone Quarry so we can splash for the future Uncaged Furies.
Yeah.
So we can have some. We'll double striker 1/5.
More strength in arms.
There's also a creature in here if we desperately need them. think we're at 8 creatures right now.
That's fine.
That's probably fine. The trick's okay.
I think we're... Maybe I want to find equipment just because I've got this trick, too.
Yeah.
Pick up Corrupted Graphstone, which does nothing.
Does nothing.
It's a card that
The card doesn't do anything.
It's like ramp that fails to function on turn 3 when you want it to tap for mana, and you play it on 3, and then you're like, oh, these aren't cards in my graveyard? Okay.
Yeah, considering there's no 1-cost spells you want to be casting, yes, that is true.
Yeah. No, I cast my like Griff's Boon on nothing. Wow.
Well, we have an Ox.
Yeah, let's say
We have an Epitaph Golem. And we have a Warped Landscape.
We'll pick up an Ox. I'm not happy about an Ox, but an Ox seems like if it actually has Delirium and like Griff's Boon, then that's really good.
This card's above curve.
I know.
Like
I'm aware of it. I'm just like,
it's just not the above curve we want.
Right, it's above curve in the sense it's like it's a really good defensive creature, and it's like you don't like you win games with above curve offensive creatures. Like, okay, here we go.
Hey.
Also, green appeared again.
Yeah, green's back. Like we have the Graph Mole and the Earth Elemental Wolf.
That's fine. Holy hell!
Skin Invasion's really good.
Yeah.
We're not playing Chaplain's Blessing.
Yeah, like I'm like this is a sorcery.
This is a sorcery, so you could. This is like for Delirium, but who cares? Why would you want that? Do we want Hope Against Hope, or do we want Explosive Apparatus?
I actually liked Hope Against Hope the one time we played against a deck that couldn't answer it.
Well, also we have 2 vessels.
Yeah, like we have tokens where we can set it up, and it's not like we also have humans that can the first strike. God, I actually wanted this to be the Drown Yard Inquisitors. That would be.
Oh, that would have been much better, but no, you don't get like the card you want. You get the card you can have.
Yeah, like Chaplain's Blessing.
Yeah, a cycling card.
Okay, sure.
And maybe we want to splash for blue. Okay. God Missing. Yeah, don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care. Alright. Pack 3 needs to improve on this deck, because I'm not feeling good at where we are. You know?
I agree entirely.
I do not feel good at all with what I currently have.
I feel like we can win because we have 3 power flyer, but... Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got tricks with nothing to target at the moment, like, you know, that sort of thing.
Now, you can target Unruly Mob with your trick. It's fine. Target your 2 mana 1/1.
Oh, yeah. There's a 2-drop I'm completely fine having.
Rattle Chains is worth playing, but before we look,
I know.
let's look at this.
There's one other card I know you're going to mention.
And I was going to say, like, the Angelic Purge.
Yeah, that's the other card I thought you were going to mention, so I'm glad I was...
I don't really like the card that much, but it just deals with every problem. But I think the Rattle Chains is something we want.
Right, I am all over having more flyers. I will always take... Basically, Welkin Turn is great. I love Welkin Turn. Heavy respect for 2/1 flyer for 2.
Also, I will point out, we picked white early on to try to do something different. And looking at our picks, I just see the most familiar deck in the world.
I was going to say... I know. Well, I want to. I saying doing something different is more like I've done 4 drafts with Mike, and I want to say
lots of rule. Lots of.
It was like I think all of them were red, like red black.
Red is so deep.
I'm aware.
Red is so good. Like that Geist Blast there is this hell of sweet card. It's a good 3 mana shock. I love 3. Oh, and Dance with Devils. Oh, can we splash for Dance with Devils?
I want
Like, we just hope the Stone Quarry wheels.
Yeah, you get the Stone Quarry back, and then we have the Dance with Devils, and
every Devils, like there's one bad devil in this format. They're all good.
Yeah, there's
And the
the
bad one is Cobblebrute,
yeah.
which I guess you could make Cobblebrute playable by putting a Griff Spoon on it. Just attack 3 times.
Also, do like Survive the Night. Like
It's an okay trick.
it works, but we don't need more tricks. We need more bodies, and this is a good body. Like in the
Yeah,
sense of
the Mangler is pretty good.
yeah,
Like a side grade to Frost Lynx.
yeah, yeah. That's basically what it is. Let's just win on the back of Girl's Masterpiece. That'll be fine.
Now we can get there with Storm Rider Spirit too.
All right. Let's fine. Like yeah, let's win with flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good way to win.
Cathar. Like they all fly. Everybody flies. Okay, we can just do that again. It's like that or Thraben Inspector.
Yeah.
I will note we're at 12 creatures.
Yep. We certainly are. I'm still fine with that because heck, I might play the stupid snapper then.
What, just to fly it twice?
That's enough, isn't it?
That is enough. It is like a 6/6/2. Like that can block. He can block if you've not prowess.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything bad about the inspector. It's less bad about the inspector and more good about Griff's Boon.
Yeah, Griffspoon is really sweet. Rancor is like good enough.
Right. Like yeah, we need creatures to throw it on, which is where we come from them at here. Wow. Our colors are just dog?
There's the dog. The corpse trawler is actually fine.
Right. It's some bodies.
It's a 1/1 and a 2/2. Even if you don't have the activation on it.
God, it's kind of awful for 4 as far as like mana, like efficiency goes.
Yeah, he's fine though, especially if you could find like a way to splash the black, because we do have other zombies, like other zombie. But the Cathar's companion is also fine.
I like dog because dog seems like a really good creature to put Griff's Boon on. Is kind of my thought process there. Also like the indestructible on tricks.
I guess there's also Stitched Mangler here.
Stitched Mangler was the other creature I was considering. I'm going with the Cathar's Companion because I feel like because of how like creature light we are, we're a lot easier able to. Oh, thank God! All right. Oh boy. Well, pass up Inspiring Captain for Tenacity. Whatever. Creatures are fake, right? You don't need those to win.
I don't know, man. Inspiring Captain does almost all the things that Tenacity does.
It actually does none of the things Tenacity does. Yes, there are some words that are similar on there, like +1/+1 on your team, but Tenacity says you win the combat and gain 10 life.
Yeah, I realize, man. Whatever, we don't need creatures to win.
Yeah,
we'll cast Tenacity to untap a 2/3.
A creature.
It's creature, fine. And it'll be fine. Do we want another companion, or do we want to pick up a skeleton key? Probably the companion. We have no way to make use of the skeleton key.
Sorry, weren't you just the one who was trying to talk me out of picking the best combat trick for a creature based on our creature count?
Yeah, but I also don't like that creature, and I liked the creature we could have picked over it. See, that's my line of thinking. Oh. I also just don't like combat tricks.
You don't like the dog?
No, it's okay. I don't like it. We're going to pick it, though, and it's fine. 3-mana 3/1s are almost exactly the same as 3-mana 3/2s. There's only one bit of difference.
Right, and this thing is indestructible if I cast Vessel of Ephemera on turn 4 or whatever. Like, it's...
Brain in a jar!
Oh, boy.
We could pick up another aura.
I could finally pick up, like, the Shard of Broken Glass.
Yeah, I don't think we're playing it.
No, I don't think we're playing anything I pick here. Like, at all.
Want to pick that duel, then, in case the zombie wheels?
Which is, though, sure. That's the most compelling... Sure. Oh, boy.
More dregs. I think we picked the witch.
I was going to say, I think it's Wicker Witch, because I don't need more strength of arms.
You can splash for Mind Rot.
All right, so how do you like 3-mana 3/1s with no text? Because we're playing a lot of them.
You could get another press answers.
I kind of like the press for answers.
Pick it then. Yeah. Let your
Sure.
flyers attack. Yeah. It draws a card. The Golem.
Sure.
We got. You can tell the deck is so draggy because we're ending up with all these. How many ways do we have to investigate? None.
3.
Okay.
We have 4 now. Oh boy.
This is like the least exciting limited deck I've seen in a long time.
Same. Like this is the most generic limited deck I've put together in a while.
Wait. Oh my god. We have a card that's a rare or better. Everything else is like commons and a couple uncommons.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna just demolish people because we have flying creatures and a deck that sucks.
All right.
Okay.
So cards I'm really happy with. Actually, I want to do this the other way. I want to
Yeah.
do this the creatures separately, and then cut the ones that are absolute garbage.
I think we can cut the snapper. Like even if he is 6 mana 6/6.
I'm
maybe-
looking down here first. I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
even. Looking
press for answer. Like press for answers is all maybe.
I'm thinking
Do
like
we want hope against hope?
I don't think we want Hope against Hope in the main, and I'm actually not even gonna play Jace's Scrutiny. How about that?
Oh, I didn't even see Jace's Scrutiny. Holy shit, that was in our main deck for half a second.
Yeah, well,
Oh no, it snuck in and I didn't realize.
like press for answers is the trick I would actually want. Like this card's pretty
It's-
powerful. Like actually, let's go with like this, and then maybe cut one more thing down here, and then like what's our crappiest creature? Like maybe it is the Snapper because I've just cut like all the cards we'd be casting off of it, and it comes in a world where we want a real creature, and then we also have Seagraft Scab somehow still in the main deck.
Yeah, get him out of there. Epitaph Golem maybe.
Sure, and then cut one other thing down here, maybe one of the
Cut a Strength of Arms, yeah. I have good news, Jens. The fast build was not a problem because we drafted a Battle for Zendikar.
I know. Well, if this were a Battle for Zendikar deck, there would be 2 Royal Spouts right here, and a
No.
copy of
That would have assumed we've opened good cards, Jens. So we would have opened Jack. We'd have like the best card in our deck would be a single Rush of Ice.
I'm fine with Hope against Hope, but I don't want it in main deck because a lot of the decks have like if you have a way to answer the creature I put it on, I feel really bad. So I don't want this card in the main unless I'm playing against a deck that I know doesn't have. I'm gonna have fun putting Griffspoon on flyer. Hell yes.
Yes, it's gonna be fine. Or we put it on a 3-mana 3/1
I would say
and
more
attack for 4.
more than likely I'm putting on a Wicker Witch or Cathar's Companion, which is where it actually should be going. We're not all in on Masterpiece. I don't think the card's good enough to be all like it's great actually, but like this isn't like a deck that even takes advantage of like the fact that it's madness like at all.
So is this like 7/10 or
That's
11/6?
that's what I'm looking at is like 7/10. Sure. It's gonna
Color
say
commitments are low-ish. Yep, 7/10. Okay. Who would have known we should have picked that port town?
yeah. Why didn't we should have started with the F-Zero land. That would have been. That skeleton was sending us a message.
We
Wiggling.
could have had a way different deck, but I don't know if it would have been good. Red seemed to dry up extremely quickly.
Right, even with how good like red generally like is as far as like how many players it can support, it was just gone a lot. Like, the
This seemed like a weak pool of packs, though. To be honest,
I'm trying to think like where it could have gone differently, but maybe gone in on green earlier.
yeah. When we were like 4 picks into, or like 6 picks in. We had like some black picks that seemed okay, and when we saw those solitary hunters kicking around, it should have been like, okay, we should be picking this card. It's unreasonable. It's a 5/6.
Well, especially with Griffspoon.
We didn't have Griffspoon at that point, I don't think.
I know, but I mean like in the deck. By the way, I'm completely fine with like an actual S curve here.
Just curving out.
I mean, I say actual ass curve with like our curve being like Unruly Mob and Wicker Witch, you know, which is
It's fine. Wicker Witch dies easy. That's good. Okay, now we have a real curve.
Now I have better curve.
Now we have excellent curve. Also, we have our Delirium card. Are you gonna crack your... Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's check revealed card zone, forest, another vessel, Moldgraph Scavenger, and a mountain. So
What if he picks the Scavenger here?
He could pick the vessel. Oh my! No, he picked the forest.
Oh, he needed land.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the card does.
Yep. That is the entire point. You can keep a 2-lander with that card.
Also, it does like give him delirium almost. He just needs to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I was thinking he was going to like pick the creature, or maybe. Who knows?
I thought there was a chance he just. I always thought there was a chance he just picked the vessel again.
That's like when you.
Oh, that's a powerful delirium card.
It's a 4/4. Like.
Hey, Griff Spoon.
Do we just make the Cathar here? Yeah. Like it's a 4/4. Like that's the. It becomes a 4/4 with trample, right?
And hexproof.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 4/4.
Uh huh.
We didn't have any ways to target that card, anyways.
I know.
Okay. 1/1.
Oh, and game trail. Are you gonna use this immediately to turn on your delirium? Is that what I'm? I would be fine with that because that's like super card disadvantage. So like it would be great. I want a 4th land right now, so I can play Griff Spoon in a 3-drop.
He's played on the Cathar.
Oh, he is.
Whoa!
Planeswalker was the 4th card type. Okay.
Okay, I'm suddenly sad that we did not get a Angelic Purge. Well,
double blue.
Do we just go in?
The Ox will block that nicely.
And if not, we erase it currently.
Right, well, we erase it pretty easily with like tenacity if I get to that too. Anyway, taking some damage. So he has white mana in the deck.
Yep, might have black mana.
Okay, Briarbridge Patrol.
Fuck that card. Do you want to make a 3/1, or do we just hold up Puncturing Light to keep Briarbridge from getting into combat? I guess we can take 3 damage.
I kind of want to get more on the board.
That's probably fair. We can trade with the Briarbridge Patrol if we have to. Waste our opponent's time.
Yeah. Well, the trade also makes Unruly Mob bigger, like, helps in that manner. Show me the dual shot, just freaking own my ass.
Yeah, he's definitely main decking that. Okay, and he goes.
Yeah, I'm willing to make that trade.
Feel okay about wasting our opponent's time when we're on the front foot like this.
So, clue, probably want to like Stitched Mangler the next play he makes.
If he makes a creature, we can tap here. We tap it, attack in for 6.
Yeah.
Clue. He's cracking the clue.
4th
Found
land.
his 4th land.
Okay.
Well, let's see what he's got.
Pay costs for...
Demons.
Sure, doubles.
So we lose.
No.
That's going to kill our team. Oh.
No, it's not. I just do this correctly. Come on. Like you just don't you just fuck it up in dumber ways. It's just fine.
And we're going to Puncturing Light a 1/1?
No, it's even dumber than that. You're going to like this bad play.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave one alive. So yeah, I'm just going to deal 2 damage to 1 devil.
Okay. Then he gets to kill Unruly Mob.
I can't stop him from killing unruly mobs.
I know. I mean, I'm not.
Like,
I wasn't criticizing him for it. I was merely saying, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah,
He gets to 1-for-1, which is okay. I'm okay with him 1-for-1ing.
yeah. So yeah, this is a slight disadvantage of the devils. They don't work exactly as you would think.
They're not perfect, but they're good.
Yes. Anyway,
We just make the Mangler here, or we make we do that. We
I'm-
mangle next turn.
yeah, mangle next turn to get. Also, I can make this indestructible and such. If I draw
Maybe
another
we draw another Griff
Spoon.
Spoon.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if I draw a Griff Spoon, my opponent dies, so that's good. I might. Okay, nope. Opponent's still coming in. I still love the having to discard a Planeswalker to turn on your Delirium. Okay.
Okay, so we gain 1,000,000 life. Punch our opponent for 5.
Yeah.
They're going to ping us, though, probably.
Our opponent's at 2, though, so.
Mm-hmm. Hooray!
And that's the blowout of tenacity, where we were on an even clock, and now all of a sudden I gain 9 life in that combat. Like,
Yeah.
whoops. Alright, so Nahiri.
Nahiri. Things to note.
So Nahiri actually is also, like, very good at turning on Delirium for being, you know, a looter, and she...
Or Tooler, rather.
Yeah, also answers Griff Spoon. Dang. Just exile target enchantment.
So we have no Angelic Purges, so we have basically no sideboarding to make.
Well, what am I going to Angelic Purge a Walker? Because that's not on the card types. That card can hit from memory.
Nah.
Like,
True.
also,
I keep thinking it's non-land permanent when it's just artifact, enchantment, or creature.
yeah. I mean, that would also be a main deck card if we had it. Is there really anything we care about? Like, I don't.
Nope.
I don't really think so. I think we just kind of roll it back.
Yeah.
Let's do the same thing. Griff's Boon on a 3-power creature seemed to be pretty effective. I'm okay with this on the draw.
I don't like it. I'm willing to see where it goes.
Okay, he kept his 6. Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fine if we overdraw, you know. That's...
We're not going to overdraw for like 4 turns.
Okay, fork in the road to grab your planes. Yeah. And this also sets up Delirium. Yeah, Forest to the yard. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
See, the thing about... Yep, okay. So he made Fork in the Road good.
Yeah.
He got to cast Cultivate. Okay.
You're aware of the odds on
on a
that
3/1
were-
do you want to play first?
Right. The odds on that were in our favor. That's why I kept.
I know. but-
like, it was a 50-50 shot on drawing the land basically all 3 of those times, and I'm willing to flip 3 coins. Like, yeah, it's slightly worse than 50-50, I'm aware. It's actually, like, 14 versus 17. Okay, or, sorry, 15 versus 17 or something like that. Probably the...
The Wicker Witch.
Mm,
We could also just do nothing and hold up Vessel.
I kind of want to get something in play. Yeah, let's go with the Wicker Witch, just because it's the one I'm more likely to want to die. You know, it's the least
Yeah.
valuable.
We might, if he just attacks, we might just take the trade.
Right. And he's gonna play Nahiri though, right? No, he's playing a creature I actually want to kill.
And no attacks.
Stitched Mangler on Stoic Builder, maybe?
Just get in for 3.
And get a board down. Or, like, because I can't Strength of... Actually, I could Strength of Arms to get over the Stoic Builder, but... Maybe just...
You could play the Cathar's Companion to hold up Strength of Arms as a super trick.
Yeah, like I can't lose the fight sort of thing.
Yeah, like you Strength of Arms to Wicker Witch, and then Cathar's Companion gets indestructible.
Am I willing to trade this Wicker Witch for Stoic Builder? Probably. Let's go ahead and offer the trade. If he wants to trade like that, I'm fine.
He probably should, and he doesn't. Okay.
Okay, well, then let's go ahead and put up power. Like, let me just put more power on the board then.
Yeah, sure. Got it, coach.
Yeah.
He's gonna like Nahiri and blow our ass out.
I'm waiting for it, but it hasn't happened yet. Oh my god, watch this.
Let's destroy you.
Nice dual shot. I'm really glad that he had that.
That's a sideboard.
That's a sideboard card of yeah.
And granted, it's super good against us. Like, look at our board right now.
But we knew that.
So he can't attack.
Okay, that owned.
And there we go.
Oh, sweet, I even get Dios Messenger as a 5. No wonder he didn't want to trade.
So okay, so do we just do that?
I'm attacking and playing Garrus Messenger.
Yeah, okay. Seems fine to me.
He can't block with Howlpack Wolf, and like, why would you actually block Cathar's Companion? Like, yeah, if Wicker Witch dies. That's fine.
Hooray! There we have like a 5/5.
Yeah, we have a 5/5 flyer now.
Behold!
So, the real threat is here.
We have one good card in our pool, asshole.
Also, like, he kills it with removal. You know, what is he on? He's on Sorcery Land, Instant Creature. Okay, he's on Delirium. Which, alright.
A 3/4.
Uh-huh.
Something that gets tapped by Stitch Mangler.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, sweet. Yeah, then I can pop the Vessel.
This also makes it a 6/6. Man, Silver Strike is completely worthless when your opponent doesn't attack.
And yet, we're basically, like, if we're in that situation...
Right. So we got to we got to win with our Mythic. Hooray.
I think
our opponent's deck...
I think that game actually, like, yeah, okay, our Mythic was a 6/6 fly or whatever. I actually think the game was won on the Strength of Arms versus dual shot play.
Yeah, that sealed the game. In our
well, think of it how bad that would have been if it succeeded, you know? Like, all of a sudden he attacks us for 5. Well, not only that, but it rats our board. Mm-hmm. Like, he swings in for 5. He's on the front foot. I play Geralt's Masterpiece, and like, yeah, okay, he doesn't have a way he's shown to deal with it, but I'm only have Geralt's Masterpiece, and I really can't go offensive with it if he has this much power on the board, because he would have the Mulgraf Monstrosity, the Howlpack Wolf, and the Stoic Builder. So.
Also, he got to do the Fork in the Road Stoic Builder trick, which is like the one way to make Fork in the Road sweet.
Yeah, it's one of 2 cards in the entire set that make Fork in the Road cool. The other one being a mythic green-black frog. Okay,
I'm really glad that you didn't say Warp's Landscape.
Oh God, no. I was thinking Fork, because if you cast Fork in the Road with the Gitrog monster in play, you draw.
Oh yeah, you draw a ton of cards. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought you were making like Stoic Builder sweet.
Oh no. Stoic Builder's only really. Like, Stoic Builder, look, I like Stoic Builder for, like...
He's okay. He's like normal card advantage type things. You often get a land from him. You don't always.
Right.
Freaking Gitrog monster.
Yeah, the Gitrog monster was... Because Mike had a deck that tried to use that synergy with the Gitrog. He played a Fork in the Road to go grab the black for the Gitrog monster, and then if he had it later, he could just
draw cards.
He could draw cards off it if he drew it late, because he had like 5 ways to get black mana in that deck, because he had a Traverse the Uvenwald to grab black too if he needed. and also like a warp landscape and a red-black duel or some shit like that. It was stupid.
Yeah, it sounds like my fauna to me. So you
Yeah.
drew all those lands and no creatures, right?
No, that was an O2 loss. I don't think he ever. Yeah, I think it was that he drew all the lands and no creatures.
Yeah, makes sense.
That definitely
That's
was a
how.
loss. Fork in the road, yeah. Fork in the road for triggering off Delirium, like our opponent did there. Like
It's
it's
okay.
just
Like
fine.
playing cycling spells is usually okay.
Yeah, like Fork in the road is all like you don't really need to do too much to make it like. You need to do stuff to make it good or great. You if you play it on its own, it will simply be passable or okay.
It'll
Or
cycle.
you'll shrug, you'll play it, and you'll be like, okay, not only cycle, but I like removing 2 land from my deck, like in the sense of
Yeah, that true enough. It does do that, but like in the grand scheme of things, this is what you're doing with your time and a card. So
mm,
I would probably just rather play a Goblin Piker with those 2 mana.
right. Like most of the time, I would rather like fix up my board position and make it a stronger board position, but
I guess if you're trying to make Tarmogoyf work, then maybe.
that card is the I really like that
The Scavenger?
monstrosity. The,
Oh, my
the
thing with it is I've seen it be a 3/4 a lot. I have very rarely seen it be a 3/4 before like turn 5. So,
but it never will be, and that's kind of the point. Like it,
yeah.
I think of it like it's not the same as because the 2 cards I'm going to mention were definitely better than it. The Phalanx, the 3/3 for 2 that you could pay blue and 1 from Theros to allow it to attack.
Netherborn Phalanx, yes.
Not Netherborn Phalanx. Netherborn Phalanx is a different card from Ravnica.
Right. What the fuck is that Phalanx called then? I don't know. I know what it is because I've played that card more
And then
than
there's
anybody.
also the formidable 3/3 from was that in Dragons? I think it was in Dragons. Yeah, because formidable was in Dragons. That like
Return to Phalanx, yeah.
yeah, return fail. It was a 3/3 for 2 that couldn't attack unless you paid a green to activate it, and you could only activate it when you had 8 power total on the board. But it served the purpose of being a defensive card early to keep you from getting like absolutely rolled by 3/2s because it has 4 toughness, and then later in the game becomes relevant. So
Yeah.
you get to play your shitty wall, and your shitty wall gets to do something later. So
It is like an 0/4 too, so it blocks like basically everything.
right again, world of 3/2s. So well, we did it.
We did it. Now we get to wait some more to
10 minutes.
you have to wait for these guys to finish playing their magic game.
Like Lord Vortex or Cujo.
Timic, is Timic already out? He's 0-0. Nah, it's
Mm,
just they're in game 2.
then
Okay.
game 2, it's not over. The only person that's out is the person we've defeated, which was
Yeah,
Wordy 333, born in the year 19,333.
And they actually won because they opened like a walker, so it's completely fine.
Yeah, that's completely fine. Yeah.
I feel like Delirium is the wrong gimmick to go in on green most of the time. Usually you just want a bunch of werewolves.
My favorite green deck that I've seen so far out of the opponent was in yesterday's draft, where I don't think they played a creature with text. like, yeah, they had text on them, but Solitary Hunter's text is fake. That's just a vanilla creature with
Yeah, it's just a 3 mana 3/4, and you're completely fine with that.
yeah,
And
like they just played like 3 mana 3/4 or the feral wolves, the 4/5, and it's just like here are large creatures, or the 6/6 for 6, which is basically vanilla because it gains trample on delirium, that sort of thing. And they're not all vanilla; they have some text, but they're effectively like they're not.
they're basically vanilla creatures, though.
They are creatures that attack and block, and that is what they do. And like that was all they had. That was what they did, and they were like, "Here's a large body," and it's like I'm trying to play like cool creatures with text. I can't attack through a 4/5. What is this? Like, who put that there? Like, you know,
Yeah,
that sort
Earth
of thing.
Elemental is like the more reasonable of the large creatures.
Yeah.
It's also a wolf.
We will never have Mosler again, though, as far as Earth Elementals are concerned.
Oh God, no! Creatures were on a different curve back then. Like they could be as good as they wanted to, so long as they were big. It's like you could be
Mosler.
good and above. You could be huge and above curve. You couldn't be above. You could barely be above curve if you were small.
Right.
Like the best you got there was a squire that was it would kick your teeth in,
Oh,
but
that was the one. It was the one mana one. That wasn't a
yeah,
Squire. It was
yeah, it was a Norwood
a Nord
Ranger.
Ranger. Yeah.
Fucking
Oh my
favorite
god. I
hoplite.
hate like every.
You can't beat favorite hoplite.
I always had this like visceral reaction every time I saw favorite hoplite on one. I would just be like, I lose, shit, I lose. Oh god,
Say,
help,
that
oh
thing's
shit.
gonna
And then
that
like
thing's gonna be a 5/6.
all the time, like you know, people in the zoo are like, no, like it's fine, it's a 1/2. What are you afraid of? And then like 3 turns later, like they played an ordeal of like Heliod on it on turn 2, or no, an ordeal of Thassa on turn 2, and attacked me for 3, and it's like, you're oh, I'll kill it with a kill spell, and then like I'll target it with God's willing.
It's
And
like
I was like,
God's willing is here to ruin your day. You
shit.
can't beat that card. I'm a 5/6 now, and I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you try to beat me in combat, I prevent all damage that's dealt to me. Yeah, like you don't beat that card because removal in Theros was garbage on purpose.
Removal was garbage on purpose. The best removal spell in Theros was Agent of the Fates.
Oh my god, Agents of the Fate had the exact same reaction as favorite hoplite, but for a different reason.
It was like, well, I have no board for the rest of the game, huh?
Yep. Can I
Look,
can I kill this? Does my hand contain like that really shitty 3 damage spell, like the sorcery that does 3 and scries 1 or something like that?
I think that was in
No,
Born
how
of the
about
Gods. The Bolt of Karanos
yeah,
was
Bolt
in.
of Aranos. How about Rage of Perforos? That's probably the one that you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one you actually were okay playing. Uh,
That was the worst flame
format.
slash. That was a 5 mana flame slash with
It
Scarlet.
was. It did something though. Yeah.
It was pretty freaking bad. But yeah, the like Agent of the Fates would come down and it's like, oh, you're gonna target that with a bunch of scourge marks, aren't you? Yeah. Then you're gonna
Yep, sure am.
then you're gonna play Gray Merchant. Yep.
Like they didn't even have to play the Gray Merchant at that point. You've
No, they
already
didn't
been
have to.
hosed, but it's like worst case possible that they have the
Right.
best deck imaginable.
Or like what'll happen is like they play the agent on 4, and then like they're like, all right, my kill spell costs 5 goddamn mana, but I'll get to it. And they're like, all right, cool. I'll play Disciple of Phoenix, which look at your entire hand and choose
Yeah,
in
that
this card.
card.
And it's like, oh, okay,
That card was so. Disciple of Phoenix was the actual like
yes,
Black Devotion card that got you there. Because you won the game with Gray Merchant, but you lived through the game with Disciple of Phoenix. That guy was unreasonably good for like a 4 mana 1/3 or something.
amazing. Yeah, Theros. That was a format that I really, even with all the like crazy dumb like crappy removal and things, like Triple Theros was a hell of a format.
Yeah, it was. It was a format of Magic I was good at, which was amazing.
Mm.
I just end up in a white-black deck. I didn't even have to try.
The one time you weren't in a white black deck, the universe had to like send a truck to stop you.
Oh no, I was in white-blue sometimes too, because I remember
Yeah.
activating Disciple of, or not. I mean, activating Returned Phalanx. But it was like
Yeah.
Returned Phalanx, or it depended which common run I saw. Was it Returned Phalanx or Scholar of Athreos?
Yes, yep.
Like,
Scholar of Athreos, aka your win con in your like really controlly deck.
it's like which one is it? It's this one.
But no,
Or if I got like what was it? Seaside. Just the harpy, the siren,
Shipwrecker.
shipwreck siren. Yeah, that card.
Yep. I'll just force you all to attack and -2/-2.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I think I had Minotaurs work once.
I'm sure you could make a Minotaur's deck that was like undefeatable, but it just never happened.
Right, I had it once where I had 2 copies of the 5 cost Lord and felt like a master.
Like you need that, and you need like a bunch of Death Bellow Raiders. It's like really strong 2 drops. The 2/3s for 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or the heck, even like the 4/2 haste one
Yeah,
for 3, like that loses. It only has the power for the 1 turn.
yeah, that was a good one too. Like, well, that one was good on its own.
Right, that one was just fine alone.
Death Bellow Raiders, you didn't. Sometimes you would play Death Bellow Raiders, but it was hard to be that temperature of aggressive in that deck in red, or red black even.
Yeah. Don't ever forget Fellhide. Yeah.
Fellhide Minotaur was like a bad card that we liked a lot.
Right. It is still the Herloon Minotaur I think of. You know.
Yeah, I sent like 15 of those to Orange Sickle. uh,
So this format though.
yeah, this format, it seems okay. I like it. It's got some cool things. I've had some okay experiences with it. I like it.
Yeah,
So,
I've got to watch some pretty fun drafts with it. I've seen some pretty nifty decks in it, and I have. This is the second draft I've ever done of the format myself. Me and Mike did 4 earlier this week.
how I feel about it is I think I've come down on it a little more than I was, because I was really on this set for a while, and it's just magic. It's like as cool as some specific cards and some plans you can do are, it's just magic. Like you're gonna play like creatures on curve, and you can do some insane things, but not as insane as we've done before.
Yeah.
It's good magic, but it's just regular magic. Like you can't. You could potentially make the same insane prowess deck that you could in triple cons, but you're not.
Gonna do a thing quick.
Mm.
Where I just do this and then kill that and then undo this. There we go.
All right.
Perfect.
Like all the same pieces exist for you to make an insane Jeskai deck, almost down to the same cards.
I was gonna say it's quite funny. Like you have I really like Sanguinary Mage because I love Jeskai Student, and like we also have Niblis of the
Nibbles of
Word.
Dusk.
Dusk, is it Dusk? Okay, good.
I think it's Dusk, but
Which
it's
is
Jeskai
Wind
Scout.
Scout. Yeah, Jeskai
And you
Wind
have
Scout.
Press for Advantage, which is not. It's got ice in the name, and like it's funny because a lot of the good investigate like stall cards are in white, so you actually do want to be in red, white, blue, but the fixing isn't there for it as much.
Right, there's like uncommon duels that you could possibly have for it, but that's it.
Like uncommon and rare duels, yeah.
Yeah.
Although Warped Landscape also. That card sucks though. Really don't like that card. Like I would just really rather be playing Evolving Wilds, thank you.
I know. It's. I agree. Warped Landscape just doesn't. It's so slow.
It's like 3 mana. What'd you miss? We made a completely generic white-blue flying deck, and we beat our opponent with white and blue flying creatures.
Yeah, I was gonna say we in game 1 we played Griff's Boon on a 3/2, which made it a 4/2 and just attacked 5 times.
We were stuck on
3
3
lands.
mana like almost all the game, but we didn't need more than
and
that.
then in round 2 we played a 3/1, played another 3/1 past, and then our opponent went for the Twin Bolt, and we
used a
blew 'em-
combat
we
trick
blew
to
them
blow
out.
them out.
Yeah, we blew them out when they tried to 2-for-1 us, and
then we played a 5/5 flyer, and it was
yeah.
like,
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, that was basically it. Those you've got the moments now, but there were more things that happened in the games, but that's the quick overview of what happened.
Our deck's a little worse than extremely average. We have a lot of dread creatures. Like
Two
Wick,
witches.
we're playing Wicker Witch with a Delirium card.
I know, X2. Wicker
Mm,
Witch. It's pretty great. Do we have any fun things? Like, we have one rare. It's Geralt's Masterpiece.
yep.
The rest of our deck is,
But we have some uncommons. Like we have the Tenacity. We have two Griff's Boons, and then that's basically it.
mm-hmm.
So yeah. But then we have 3 mana 3/1s. That's our deck. And 5 mana make 2/1/1 flyers. And the 3/3 with flash and flying. And yeah.
I realize that the card does cost 5 mana, but I still think it's fine.
I like the card. I do too. I'm just poo-pooing our deck.
Oh,
not
yeah.
poo
Like,
like
I think that card's one of the better, like, one of the best commons, just because, again, like, flying is hard.
It also gives you something to do on 2, and like the card's got multiple reasons to play it, and it just I can't bring myself to like it, even though it's good.
That's fair. I mean,
I do that to good cards, so I'm allowed to do that to a mediocre card.
well, especially, like, compare it to anything else that's done what it has done in the past, and it does look worse a lot of the time. I'm thinking of, like, in Origins, where there was, like, triplicate spirits.
Was that an uncommon though?
I think
Or was that a common?
I think triplicate spirits was a common. Triplicate spirits. That was definitely a common.
All right, it just costs 6 mana
Yeah,
to invoke. That's right. I was
yeah.
thinking of. I couldn't remember what the card did.
Yeah.
Is-
Well, I mean,
if only that was scatter the seeds.
I say
though.
triplicate spirits. I kind of like triplicate spirits better than scatter the seeds. Like, yeah, you're not gonna combat trick with it, but like flying matters a lot.
Yeah. And then our opponents are all taking a very long time to play their games.
That
It seems normal in this format for some reason.
yeah, I would say that doesn't tell like that tells me that nobody's on a like they're likely not on like hyper aggression. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had games go on super long personally, just because of like the aspect of 3 mana 3/2s. But I've only seen the games I've played.
Are you mellow about the Hearthstone expansion now that you're mellow about the Magic expansion? I mean, if you want to know my thoughts on the Hearthstone expansion, there's a 4-hour video you can watch that me and Abyss did.
That's how to do that.
If you want like my actual in-depth thoughts on a lot of it, I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for new cards because like right now I'm at a point where like again Hearthstone has reached like a little more of a solved position to me. At least kind of how it feels. Like I mean that's kind of how all games go when you play them a lot and they don't have anything changing in them for months.
Oh, are you asking me? I don't give a shit about Hearthstone.
Yeah,
I like.
uh,
There was like one way when I first moved here. There was a while where my internet was really super shitty, and I basically couldn't do anything. And it was I haven't played Hearthstone in like 2 weeks, and I just don't miss it. So I'll play it like occasionally when I'm bored, but Hearthstone's a shit game.
I continue to play it like I will, you know. I have a. Find this. Check on Abyss Hunted's Twitter. I also like retweeted it at some point today. Somewhere in here.
What's the actual thing I can say about Hearthstone that isn't just that it's shit? Because it isn't shit. It's just not fun for me.
I still play way too much Arena. As like I just don't stream them because I don't know why I don't stream them, to be entirely honest. I think it's because like arenas have always been things I just do while I'm doing 3 other things. Like that's sort of like when I'm in an arena, I'm in a spot where it's like, okay, I have Hearthstone open on one thing, I'm watching another thing on another monitor, and it's like I'm eating dinner or something. Like,
I think what happened to Hearthstone for me is the things I really liked to do became bad, and
what?
like the Death Rattle Shaman just had the bottom fall out of it.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, like
I
it's
did
not
not
as
know
it's
that.
not nearly as good as it used to be. And like constructed became extremely repetitive. Like you kept seeing the same shit everybody was playing, and not even just like in terms of decks, but in terms of cards, because the card pool had gotten so stagnant from being so old.
Yeah, I
And
think
even and then like the new cards that burst in were making like the old control cards worth playing more. So it's like because Reno Jackson exists, you're going to see Sludge Belcher. It's like
right. That
this is Hearthstone.
yeah. I wonder what that'll look like for standard because there are 100 and some odd cards new, and also removing both Naxxramas, which has like Sludge Belcher and such,
Mm-hmm.
and Gnomes and Goblins. So like all of
So
Mechs is
like Boom
gone.
is gone and
Boom
all
is
the mech
gone.
stuff.
Boom is
But
gone.
like
All the Mechs. Piloted Shredder of biggest note there.
but
Um,
like Hearthstone constructed had become a thing where you have some rogue decks that do weird things and aren't good. And then you have control decks that just have ways to deal secret damage.
yeah,
And
I'm
that's Hearthstone.
yeah, I've been kind of on that. Like when I don't play constructed Hearthstone much at all. But the decks that I do have been playing lately, I have two of them, and they both are Reno Jackson decks. Go
Yeah.
figure.
Are they some kind of control deck with surprise damage?
The priest isn't actually. The priest basically can't burst,
Ah.
because it's Shadow Priest. So the Shadow Priest is just gonna slowly grind you to death with a hero power.
Right, yeah. So
Um,
just zorching them.
there isn't a car like I can't, but in Warrior, yeah, I can kill you from 16 or whatever. Like, that's whatever. I can do that with That's how Gromosh Hellscream works.
And that's how like the druid decks work too, and that's what counts as a mid-range deck is they win with like a 8 mana spell combination.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh no, 9 mana.
9
Yeah,
mana,
that's mid-range. 9 mana to deal 16 damage or whatever.
14.
Yeah. I was like, yep, that's
Yeah.
mid-range.
Yeah. I am interested to see what it looks like in with rotation. Like, how much will that change? Also, like, there's a lot of the card erratas that kind of cut the bottom out of a lot of those decks. Force of Nature no longer has charge.
They no longer have charge, huh?
Yeah,
How does it work then?
it's a 5 cost spell that makes and they're permanent. It's just five mana, make 3/2/2s.
That's still good.
Yeah, like it's fine. It's not secret damage anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's how long. Man, they actually patched a base card.
they
Wow.
patched 12 or 11. They announced like this week. They announced might as well run them by you because there's a lot of them. Knife Juggler lost a point of power.
What? It's a 2/2?
Yeah, it's a 2/2.
Oh man.
The Leper Gnome lost a point of power. uh, uh, Blade Flurry is now 4 mana and only hits minions. So like the secret damage out of Rogue is just gone, like in that sense. Um, what other major changes were there to card? Keeper of the Grove is a 2/2 instead of a 2/4.
Does it still cost 4 mana?
Yes. Um, Ironbeak Owl costs 3, no stat change.
That's probably still playable. Not
Um,
great though. Spellbreaker.
Spellbreaker, yeah, Spellbreaker's fine, untouched.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah, I was saying, I'm going through these all in memory. Ancients of Lore no longer draws 2 cards; it draws 1 card. Big Game Hunter's a 5-drop with no change in the text. Arcane Golem lost charge and gained 2 points of toughness. Still has the drawback. What was the other? I'm trying to think of any other changes. I think that covers most of them. But yeah, they They errata. They made changes to a large number of base set cards. So, Master of Disguise only grants stealth until next turn rather than being permanent. Yeah.
Wow, a lot of those changes suck.
I understand a number of them. Like the Master of Disguise thing makes sense because like you
Yeah,
could
but like Leper Gnome doesn't. They made that card unplayable.
that was basically the idea. They basically they did all these changes and had like a long article about each of them. The words they said about Leper Gnome were basically this was an auto include in every aggro deck and we don't want that anymore. That was it. Like it was as close to remove the card from the game as you could get, but they effectively don't want it to be the only one drop that ever gets played in that sense.
It isn't though. It's just the one drop that always gets played.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They don't want it to be an auto include. It was the same reason they changed Knife Juggler to be a 2/2. They don't want it to be an auto include.
Well, Knife Juggler isn't even an auto include. It's like an include in
I know.
burst in decks like that. That's it's not the changes I wanted to see, I guess is the thing. Like I'm okay with some of them. Like Arcane Golem is a little weird to see nerfed because its day is long gone. Like you sometimes see rogue decks still kicking around, but no.
For
Man,
me,
they really wanted to make rogue bad, didn't they?
I know they made Blade Flurry unplayably bad. Like +2 on the mana cost was already a huge hit, but now it doesn't even hit your opponent. It only hits minions. So, like, their reasoning there was the existence of this card meant we couldn't print good rogue weapons ever.
Is Freeze Mage still like a thing?
I haven't played against Freeze Mage in a while, but I mean,
Like I'm sure it is, but Freeze Mage got nerfed like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like if you thought it was annoying now, like remember the old days where
Frost Nova
Blizzard
cost 2.
cost 5.
Yes, Benak, they didn't add a single rogue weapon because the sets are bait ahead of time. Like there's the same development cycle of Magic where it's not a year and a half in advance, but like they can't make the change and then be like, oh well, we're adding a rogue weapon to the set that's coming out next week. You know, that's a little too much of a that's too quick of a cycle time. Like we'll likely see a actual rogue weapon in like the next cycle based on what they said there. Freeze Mage is losing Mad Scientist to rotation if that's what you want to. Like that sucks. Also, Zombie Chow, right? Like Zombie Chow.
Yeah, Zombie Chow's going out.
Oh.
We're playing the most generic blue-white Flyers deck ever. Like we felt like we got cut like 3 different times, and we ignored some signals because we had Flyers, and we're here.
Benak, they can't do that in that way because so the set is always going to be in development months before we see it, and
Yeah.
Like they can't plan the changes 4 months before the format has played out. You know, like that would basically be saying, oh well, we need to plan these errata 4 months before we implement them, and also before League of Explorers even releases. And at that, you know, like it's a problem of cycle times. It's the same, you know, they did the same thing with Master of Disguise. They changed it to not be permanent because it was a design problem. They specifically said, yeah, there's minions we can't print because this card exists. Because certain minions with auto stealth would always stealth would be like these problematic, unanswerable issues. Like, you know, minions can do more than damage.
Also, I'm glad Squirrel Token is back to lie to us some more.
Yeah,
that is a bald-faced lie.
No, that's fine, Benak. You know what that means? It means they're doing their job perfectly if you don't see the scale. Like, let me talk about Magic for now, since we're in, you know, I'm doing a Magic stream. Shadows of Innistrad released, what, less than a month ago?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The set was developed a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, locked in, like, a year ago. So, you end up seeing, like, basically they have to predict what the current metagame will look like. In a world where they're printing these cards. So say like, oh well, you know, is are Eldrazi's too problematic that we need to print answers to beat the Eldrazi's? Well, like, they have to hedge their bets in the sense that they can't react to Battle for Zendikar. You know, like, they can't change the cards that are being printed because Battle for Zendikar was too powerful or whatever. That's not what actually happened. It's quite the opposite. But the point still stands in that they can't... this was most apparent back in Mirrodin. So this was 10 plus years ago. Mirrodin was a set where there were these incredibly powerful artifact decks that there wasn't a printed way to even interact with them in any realistic way for 15 months because
they didn't see it coming.
They didn't see it coming, and the moment they did see it coming, they were like, all right, well, we need to print cards there now. How long is now? Saviors of Kamigawa. Oh.
Okay.
So if you don't notice that there's this long time between development and how long it gets out, I don't believe Hearthstone operates on the same year plus cycle.
I would say Hearthstone's more like 8 or 9 months.
I would think even less, but I don't know. I don't think we have any information on that.
And for a good reason. They love to. Blizzard never wants you to know what they're doing.
Yep.
Because they're doing like nothing much of the time, I want to say.
But yeah, so if we don't notice that there's this giant gap between printing something and answers to it, that means they're doing their job well. However, in Hearthstone, it is kind of visible like that. You will notice that a lot of the minions in the most recent stuff, specifically 4-drops, are all built to like try to interact profitably with a piloted shredder. Like basically, like 3/5 became a very popular number in the more recent things, like for being a good 4-drop because you had to compete with the 4-drop they had already printed, and they didn't realize that piloted shredder was going to be the like not only every aggressive deck but every control deck and basically every deck. You know,
basically every deck.
Yeah, so like you can notice it in that way. Like they didn't immediately print cards that were like, all right, well, we want to, but you could notice it in the next cycle. Game development is difficult. Is basically what I've been saying in a very lengthy way over the past 10 minutes.
And the one advantage Hearthstone has that they sometimes take advantage of is they have takes backsies. Which Magic definitely does not have.
Yeah, the fact that they can even see, the thing is, like, a lot of the you can make these changes, like errata in cards, changing power, changing toughness, changing text, very quickly, but you don't want to pull the trigger very quickly on them because, like, if you continuously do that, people aren't going to believe their card is ever going to stay the same. That's why they're very, they don't use it very often.
Yeah. Anyways, we're in a game now. And yeah, this is a keepable hand.
Yeah, I basically have the same reaction looking at it as your like pause there, like.
Yeah. Play a 2-drop that's really good. Play a more Wanderer. Nope, Glimmering Fiend. Okay.
Oh, I will take killing that. Like, I will Puncturing Light that card.
Yeah, Magma Rager. Who cares about Magma Rager? We have Frost Rager now.
Actually, there's a card in there's another Magma Rager joke card in the next set. Like, literally another card making the same joke at Magma Rager's expense. It's kind of funny that they continue doing that.
Okay. A Grey Ogre.
Okay. So, Wicker Witch as the only creature in the world.
Yeah.
Like, literally the only creature.
Mm-hmm.
I am not willing to trade my only creature.
I feel like we're probably going to press answers next turn.
No, he's flipping it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Or do we just want another Wicker Witch?
I'm just gonna play another Wicker Witch.
We might end up getting 2 for 1 on this
Not main
branded
deck.
Howler run. I mean, you could also, like, Strength of Arms and pass, just to flip it again.
And then he's gonna instant because he... Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. I thought for certain he actually had some reason he left that up. And all other creatures it controls with the same name.
Okay.
Damn!
I feel. Our opponent's on 3 lands. Let's freeze his Weave and play a Vessel of Ephemera.
Yeah. Do I want to unflip it? Like...
Well, we could just... I guess here's my thing. We have the opportunity to flip it now.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have any spells, like, it's just gonna flip again. And also, if I press it, it's not going to matter for 2 turns, and it'll likely flip again when I fail to cast a spell.
Okay, so we can just Vessel and then, like, hold up.
I'm thinking press it on his... Actually, no, press is sorcery.
It's a sorcery, what I was thinking. Like, it's either make 1/1s or draw cards or...
You know what, then let's go ahead and do that then. Let's press it plus Vessel and flip it back down. Here's some clues. I can't believe how owned we just got by Declaration and freaking Stone on 2 copies of our guy.
Wait, did you think press for answers was an instant?
Thanks for asking the question. Yes. I'm very sad because I thought that card was... Oh, boy! Alright. Oh, wait. Ooh, they take double.
We just sneak in, like, 10 points of damage in.
I think we can sneak 10 points by. I'm gonna try.
I mean, we're getting attacked for 8 here.
I'm aware of that. Definitely aware that I'm likely dead anyway. I'm not even blocking.
Now we try to use tenacity and, like, strength of arms to...
Yeah. Because it doubles damage, so it doubles, like, life gain. So I'm gonna try to win that way. So, alright.
Fiery Temper our
Kill
ass.
me. Kill me. Kill me. Sweet, a card that doesn't interact. Alright. Okay, I'm really happy with tap out for nothing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack for gaining back all my life.
Yeah, seems okay.
If I draw... No, I can only cast. Okay, I'm literally doing this.
Let's go for it.
Burn it all! Alright, cool. So all I need to do is sneak in by for 3 points.
Yep, we just have to sneak in. So we need to draw another or other strength. We only have 1 strength of arms. We need to draw any way to deal with Gold Knight, whatever. I guess we're going to be drawing like 3 cards next turn.
Well, he's dead to this. Like, if he attacks with his Gold Knight Castigator, he dies.
He's not. Yeah, he can't attack with the Castigator.
Yeah. However, he does have Tamio's Journal as like the way around things.
Yeah,
If I draw a way to tap the flyer, it's out, and I'm going to be using Clue. Oh my god!
Does he have another flyer, or does he just not see it?
Like, does he not? He must have something else. Like, this is. Does he have a tenacity?
Does he have a Twin Bolt?
I don't think anybody main decks that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna draw a card anyway.
Yeah, we play the land so we can get our other clue.
Crushing? Like, you do recognize this is lethal, right? Like, do you have your own tenacity?
Is our opponent's deck
Oh, no.
that sweet?
Oh, puncturing light. Okay.
See, this puts him at 2, though, and we have a Griff Spoon in the yard.
Yeah.
So we can fly Inspiring Captain.
This is the power of...
Temper?
Oh.
Devils? Okay.
I don't care. That's 2 spells. He flips back the Branded Howler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more clues.
He's going to try to get us to get the Devils into combat, which is not going to happen.
Right, like, why the hell would I do anything? I'm like, he's not attacking lethal, so I'm not going to try. And he can't tutor yet with Tamiya's Journal, which is the thing I would actually be scared of.
You can't as an instant, but
No.
also it costs 4 mana. We only have 2.
Uh-huh.
Why are you doing this?
What the hell? I'll take it. What's your follow-up? A flyer? Got bad news, buddy. A second flyer? That thing doesn't fly and you're tapped out.
Hooray! Okay, so we just get the full bango.
Yeah, let's press for answers. Oh, and by the way, this card has text.
Yeah, we're playing Rancor for a reason.
I will show you my free card. Alright, so we got there because our opponent played a Furnace of Wrath.
Yeah!
Oh.
This deck is hella sweet, though. Oh my
Holy
god!
Yeah. Look at
We
this.
should not have won. We stole that game.
Yeah, well, like, we were just like, oh god, we're screwed, we can't beat the Convicted Killer, we have to, like, waste, because we got owned by Declaration in Stone. Uh-oh.
Our opponent has, like...
No, the Angel isn't bad. I believe our opponent's line of attacking with it was greedy. That's the actual thing.
Also, our opponent has, like, $15 of cards on the table right now.
I think everybody...
More like 20.
I think everybody's taking the wrong lesson out of this one.
Yeah, the lesson is you gotta play with your... You don't attack with your Cold Knight Castigator if you can. Like...
Right, like, he was going to lose there, like, because of that play. Like, he needed to leave back 2 flyers because of the Griff's Boon. Like...
So do we want to board anything in? Yeah, the Angel might be less than a ticket, but Declaration in Stone is on its own like $12 in real life. I was speaking in like dollar terms on ticket terms, and tickets is like half that.
Yeah, the problem is that Cursed Blade is a shitty weapon. That flyer is a 4/5 flying haste flyer. Like, is incredibly powerful. Could be Hope Against Hope. Could be Expose Evil. Could just be what it is and go back.
Yeah, I think we just ship it back. Like, I don't know what we would cut for anything.
Rest in peace, press for answers. Fuck. Alright.
Okay, we got a curve.
Heck, we have a blocker.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The card's a sorcery.
I know.
Those cards are always instants, except that one.
Alright.
Go ahead and really buff.
Here's our shitty curve. Let's rock. As our opponent plays, like, real-ass creatures and shit, it'll be fine. Like, don't play Sin Prodder here or whatever. Okay, don't play anything. I'm fine with that.
Which 3-mana 3/1 do you like?
Well, I'm attacking first.
Probably Wicker Witch because we don't have any non-creatures in hand.
Also,
play the disposable one first.
Right, because I'm probably Inspiring Captaining and attacking. Please, I was gonna say play Mountain and attack me with your Flying Angel. That'd be nice.
He's holding Devils.
Yeah, how do I play around Devils? I just, like, play Silent Observer and pass?
You could, attack with Wicker Witch and then play Silent Observer.
Even just attacking with Wicker Witch...
No, if you attack with Wicker Witch Wicker Witch dies in combat. Only one devil
Yeah.
dies. Unruly Mob gets pinged for 1.
And then I also have Strength of Arms in case of some weird shit happening.
Yeah.
But actually, it doesn't work that way because active player, non-active player, his trigger goes on the stack second and resolves first and kills Unruly Mob before it gets the counter.
Okay, so we just play Silent Observer then.
Strength of Arms does beat the devil.
Well, we would have if we had played the Cathar's companion.
Well, it doesn't beat the devil because if he double devils like and blocks with the Wicker Witch, double blocks the Wicker Witch, I would have to like Strength of Arms and then only kill one, and I would still lose Unruly Mob.
I guess why would he block with both?
So then I'm still spending Strength of Arms to beat half of a card, and I still lose Unruly Mob.
Nah, I think we just like play the Silent Observer. It's not good, but it's what we have.
I'm gonna call your bluff. Like, I mean, in the sense that I believe that you are not lying to me. Like, I'm not. Sorry. So the opposite of it.
I want to buy your bluff.
I'm gonna buy it. Like, you just save 4 life if you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, like, look, we're good.
I wonder why he played it then. Just to get a board presence.
I don't know. Next turn's like inspiring captain with strength of arm. Probably. I mean, hell, I would not. Like, think of that. Say you pass, like, and he doesn't devils there. Like, his board has nothing. You know, like, okay, Vessel of Ephemera, which he can't use, and Gibbering Fiend. Okay.
That is gibbering. I always thought it was glibbering, but do the devils attack? They do not. Okay.
So what, like inspiring captain in with squad and see what happens?
Probably fair. It'll probably still be a 2-for-1 in his favor, but we get to attack for a whole lot.
I can adjust. Like, I have full adjustment of how this goes with okay, so he's trying to trade
So I guess we wait until he puts the devil triggers on the stack and then Strength of Arms like Unruly Mob.
if he does it wrongly, I might not even have to spend Strength of Arms. So let's see what our opponent does.
Because he should be trying to trade across, like.
Well, he could do this wrong, like if he.
He has to target Unruly Mob first.
So the one that's resolving first would be Unruly Mob. Do I want to save? I want to save Unruly Mob because it's going to be better than the Wicker Witch.
Okay, do you want a 2/2 or a 3/1?
I think a 2/2 if the Vessel of Ephemera is in play.
Then we'll save the 2/2 then.
Yeah, because then if I pump that, then this dies from the Devil Trigger. The Devil Trigger. I can block his Gibbering Fiend for free. Vessel of Ephemera is kind of useless against Silent Observer. Pyrehound is not very good against Puncturing Light.
Nah.
Like heck.
Plus he hasn't played anything. We might just crush in.
I'm thinking crush in and then let Puncturing Light sort it out.
Seems fine. We in with Unruly Mob?
Nah. That seems.
He tries for this. Hope he goes for the double block.
If he goes to the double block, I just get a free double kill, and then I get to play Cathar's Companion and leave up my Puncturing Light.
Pyrehound would kill it. This isn't Kiln Fiend.
Yeah, God no.
It's good, but it's not kill. Oh, it's okay. It's just not Kiln Fiend. Yes.
I was say my life total's literally 19. Like I don't see that card killing me anytime soon. Anyway.
I could see a world where our opponent's tapped out. Sparkle token, but I could see a world where a Kiln Fiend could kill you from 19. I don't see a world where a Pyrehound could kill you from 19.
This card is whenever you, not you or your opponent, is the bigger, probably the bigger thing that maybe you're thinking about. Yep, and then we play a dog.
So he traded like 2-for-1s?
Yeah.
and we're out of cards.
Yeah, I don't like that part, but you know.
It's fine. We'll draw our press for advantages. He's going to make some 1/1s.
Squirrel token instead. We're not gonna lose to it. It's dead.
That's not the card I wanted to draw, so I guess in with... Yeah. If he wants to kill the Cathar's companion, then Unruly Mob becomes bigger.
Yeah, like he can't. He can kill Unruly Mob 1-for-1 here, and I'm okay with that. If he chooses not to, then Unruly Mob gets okay.
Wow, the chump.
I'm cool with the chump.
Ballsy. It was also ballsy blocking the Cathar there.
Yeah.
The Cathar's companion. We could have just completely owned him with any trick.
Okay. Basically, I don't have like a fear of the Pyrehound in almost any deck, is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
that card
like,
is not a card that inspires fear in me.
It can often be like a 3/4 with trample.
Play the angel and attack me.
Sometimes it can be like a 5/6 or whatever, but probably not.
Play the angel and attack me. Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'll take tap out for a kill spell too. That one's fine. Yeah, okay. I know what my next like draws are, and you know them too. Like,
yeah,
we all know what the next draws are gonna be.
Is that Dave, or is that just Dave getting really owned?
That's a sleeping skeleton who decided to lie in a bed of fire. Sure, a creature I can't interact with, and I won't be able to cast a spell because I'm drawing. Oh, all right, I'm drawing.
Oh, hey.
Hey. And I get that for 1 in the air. Hell yes.
1 in the air, hooray! Funny thing is, when that flips, she's probably not attacking with it.
Yeah, like he passes the turn and flips it. Like, what would that accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
How close am I to... sorcery is the missing piece. For the Ox.
Yeah, or a vessel will do it too.
I accept.
Yes!
I accept, thank you. Sweet. You should attack.
You should attack. Attack with all creatures.
Just turn team sideways and die, please. Oh my god, yeah, alright. Sweet. So if I draw a way to get Gastaff Arsonist out of the way, I win?
And we have 2 draws?
Yeah.
Upgraded our Ox. Land.
Yeah, land.
Land. Land. Oh.
Game?
That works.
That's it. Cool.
Okay. Hooray! Rancor!
I'm again standing by that my opponent is not respecting the drawback on their own card.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the card is bad, but that our opponent is not playing around it. Yeah, okay.
Hooray! We stole game 1 and then won game 2 fair and square. Amazing.
Amazing.
The angel's not bad. People are insane.
Like, what if our opponent attacks with the Arsonist and leaves back the angel instead? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not do it that route so that you can block a flyer because I showed Griff's Boon to you? Anyway.
I mean, we did rip it.
I'm really glad that we have, you know, that we have, undefeated with this deck. That's pretty good. You know that.
Here's the trick with the angel: is the angel's good when it's your top end.
Right. Okay. So
if your curve ends at 4, then this is a good thing to end up on.
our opponent's deck has a bunch of rares. This feels like a draft that we would end up with a lot. Declaration in Stone, Gold Knight with the Gold Knight Castigator, Tamio's Journal, and Sin Heart, the Sin Prodder or whatever.
With Tamio's Journal, I'm less excited about, but Sin Prodder and Declaration in Stone, I am hella excited about.
In Limited, Tamio's Journal is excellent.
Oh yeah, because you get to draw every turn.
Yeah, obviously, like not in any constructed format, but like I don't think in any. I'm sorry, not in any like standard constructed format. I'm sure that's like a fine card to play in EDH or whatever because it's like a tome.
Yeah.
It's a tome, you know.
It's not as good as Mangara's Tome, Jins.
Well, but my favorite thing about the tome, I think it's better than Mangara's tome, buddy.
No, I love Mangara's Tome because you have to teach people how
Mangara's
Mangara's Tome
tome
works.
works.
Because
Yeah.
they haven't seen that card because
Yeah.
it's like 12, like 15 years old.
Yeah. The again, we won both games through just kind of rushing down.
We get to play Flyers.
Yep.
Griff's Boon is like the best card in our deck.
And let's immediately move to round 3.
Sure, let's play first.
So one funny thing about this is that I'm keeping this. Even though like yeah, I realize we only have 2 lands and it's not.
We have
the
like
best.
3 plays on 2 lands.
But yeah, this is what I always bring up when we love the deck. 0-2 drop. When we don't love the deck, when we hate the deck, this is what happens. This is what always happens.
Is it finally time to lose to the guy who got all that vampire enchantments? Mountain. Play Mountain. Oh.
Oh no, it's that. Okay.
It's the guy who got all the ghoul color apprentices.
Like Stitched Mangler?
Yeah, just to attack for 1 and get a 2/3 to stand in front of a 2/2. That's probably fine.
I'd like to hold this a little later, but like to get through. But I also want it on the board as a body that can attack.
It eats both halves with the ghoul color's accomplice.
Okay.
Necrotol, eh?
Hi, Necrotol. How you doing?
And we try to get Necrotol in combat so we can kill it. The answer is probably not.
What do I kill it with? Strength so that I can play Cathar's Companion, likely?
Yeah, I think that's the choice.
Okay.
Okay, just take 3.
I'll take free damage, I suppose, too, but Necrotol. Huh, I guess if he tries to Necrotol dogs, we're fine.
Yeah, he won't be Necrotoling dogs.
I know he won't be. Fine, we get Griff's Boon and put it on dogs.
Yeah. Actually, do we put Griff's Boon on like a Mangler and attack for 6 instead?
And then play another dog.
Or we can play another dog. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do both.
Yeah, we'll do both. Like the 2/3 is better on the board, and 4 in the air is better than 3 in the air, but this lets us attack immediately, and we are holding tricks. Like Strength of Arms could be just a blowout next turn.
Yeah. I like that I'm doing the opposite of what I said, but that's fine.
We're playing a Theros deck.
Good old dogs, thanks. Okay, you have a combat trick, right? Is it Punctured Light? Because I would really like it to be Punctured Light. No, wrong one. Excuse me. Try that again.
Okay, so he takes 5, and then do you block?
All right.
Okay.
Also, like, if my Stitch Bangler does die, I just, reattach somewhere else, and it doesn't matter.
You put it on a dog.
Yeah.
The dog gets picked up by the hippogriff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to attack with Hill with your team? Yes, you are.
Play the Vessel and then attack?
Yeah, it's either that or attack and use Puncturing Light. Vessel gets more flyers, though, and our opponent's at low.
Yeah, I like Vessel because it lets me just threaten the attack anyway, like this.
We attack with Unruly Mob. To show we have tricks, or do we not? So our opponent has to find a flyer, or they're dead not next turn. But I guess if we attack with Unruly Mob and he doesn't block the mob, it puts him dead to
Anything hitting? Or, like...
This is using Puncturing Lot offensively. I don't know if it's right or not.
I'm fine with it.
It telegraphs we have a trick. I guess I feel okay with it because we're not using the Vessel this turn.
Also, more importantly to me, that block, that attack forces him to, like, you know, block like that, and then I have this 3-power flyer, you know? So now I've got 2 creatures that are lethal to attack with, these 2. And also, I could, you know, Vessel
Removal on the flyer does not work.
Vessel is also lethal.
Yes. If he removes our flyer, he has to kill both of our other creatures.
Right, because Griff's Boon is lethal on anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Necrotal is probably real, just not right now.
Oh, he's... Alright, he's gonna lifelink attack me.
Oh. Just squeezing in damage.
Yeah. Especially because he can't just go to 1 with Vessel of Ephemera and play. Like, come on. Seriously? Okay. I'm just gonna pass then.
Yeah, pass and make 1/1s.
Yeah.
Kill us from 9.
Yeah, okay.
Hooray! So Griff's Boon, winning us more games.
Yep. So
we learn anything about our opponent.
But yeah, I guess Scroll Token asks, Punching Light checks on resolution? Yes, it checks on casting and resolution. That's why I was countered by that. As I think you asked before, and I wasn't. Yeah, that's how it functions. Like if you're above 5 power, you don't get to do the dumb thing where you Shadow Word Pain the Rockjaw Trog.
This Hearthstone doesn't work that way. I don't think we have any changes to make.
I definitely...
Our opponent didn't show any removal, but...
Black-White feels like they're going to have some. You know what? This deck's worked 5 games.
In we go. We don't need hope against Taupe. It'd be like the one thing. Yeah, but it seems like a pretty solid keep. When we're bursting that Vessel, I don't know, but...
Neither do I, but... Still.
We might hold it just for Cathar's Companion. We'll see what our draw is. We have like 2 draws before we play it.
Yeah, where did they scry? Bottom. Ooh. Okay, I'm playing the Vessel.
Yeah, we have the Strength of Arms. That's a much better trick for Cathar's Companion.
Yeah.
We have the Cathar's Companion and the Dauntless Cathar.
Mm-hmm. That's a turn 3 Thalia's Lieutenant. Strong card, but, so do I want the Wicker Witch or the Dauntless Cathar here? I feel like I want one of those two. I'm gonna go with the Dauntless Cathar. Again, the first creature to get played is the first to die, right?
This one's a fine creature to die.
And
I don't think he can make... even if he can make 2 humans here.
I still block and go, like... I would block and kill this right now. All right.
So do we?
I'm going to fly in for 4. Play like Wicker Witch.
That's probably fine. Yeah, Wicker Witch. You could play the companion now if you felt like not trading and tricking next turn.
But like I want to leave up a creature I do want to trade with Athalia's Lieutenant, and it looks like I don't think he's going to play 2 humans.
Yeah, so
the Wicker Witch is the one I would want to trade.
He's got a trick, but do we just eat the trick?
Yeah, well, because it's killing this Wicker Witch sooner or later. Like, it's a puncturing light. Like, I feel 100% confident in calling that one. Cathar's companion leaving up strength of arms.
Seems good to me.
Because now that's a trick that he can't like beat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 5-turn clock going on here, so he doesn't have the time. Fourth land. What does that change? Anything good? Inspiring Captain, perhaps.
Captain. Nope.
I'll take the 2. I accept. Give me a 5th land.
I would enjoy land, yes.
Okay, Cursed Witch.
We did see that going around, and it's a human.
Well, guess I'm playing... Well, let's attack for 4. We'll play the Wicker Witch.
We could just play the Silent Observer.
Want to leave
the
up
world's crappiest flyer. Yeah, this leaves up Strength of Arms, yeah.
Yeah. Because here this block looks kind of wacky now that they've moved to combat. Because like Wicker Witch can block Thalia's Lieutenant. That sort of thing. I'm willing to take 4. Am I willing to take 6? Yeah, because I can almost threaten lethal next turn. Yeah, I'm willing to take 6.
And considering we couldn't like not take 6 the following turns with Vessel, like
Yes.
if we can have 2 chumps out of nowhere.
All right, so it matters what our opponent has to play here. Like, what's their 5? Wow, twins.
Dogs on the ground.
If I have a tap spell, I win.
We draw a Griffspoon. Okay, we don't. Instead, we just attack for 4, put our opponent on 4 with a 4-power flyer, and then like hold up stuff.
Or even play Silent Observer and hold up stuff. But
yeah.
This is
Silent
definitely
Observer's better than...
This is definitely put our opponent on 4.
4-power flyer attacks for the 4th time.
I also could just leave up the Vessel for activation for like all sorts of chump blocks.
If he just passes, that also lets us play Stormrider Spirit. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do it that way.
I feel like the Observer might have been better, but I feel like this can't go terribly wrong.
Okay, so Inspiring Captain. And then I'm just going to trump block with the Vessels things. And get a really good combat happening here. Alright, so I pop the Vessel. Here comes some trump blockers. He's on 1 black, so he can't have anything. Like,
No, not really. So just guys on highest power guys.
yeah, I'm gonna do like this, and this, and then like pump the Thalia's Lieutenant, or pump the Wicker Witch to kill the
pump
Thalia.
the Wicker Witch, yeah.
He can have deadweight on the 4-2, but then Griffspoon moves over to the Cathar's companion, which will not be dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Griffspoon is Rancor. Like, it comes back.
Five attacks to
Opponent's
win
also
it.
playing a very generic deck, aren't they? It's like generic versus generic. He snuck Slaughter Pack into his pool. Wait, the packs actually show up here?
They didn't.
They haven't been
time.
doing that lately.
Griffspoon. I don't have a bot for you, but it can recur for 4 from the grave.
Yeah, it's 1 mana, 1 white, gives +1/+0 flying, and then has 3 and a white. Return from grave attached to target creature as a sorcery.
So
like it's basically Rancor.
Yeah, I guess everybody was right about the. I guess we all knew this, right? Like,
yeah, we all knew that when we drafted a very generic sort of lame deck, and we would flawless victory.
yeah.
Who was it that said that a long time ago? It's like you're either going to go 0-2 or 6-0. So congrats on the victory.
2 more. How many Sorens did that put me at? Like 20? I gotta be getting close.
Getting close to
I think it's
to the super touch.
yeah, QP's 26. Oh, we're getting there.
You need 30, right?
I think 35.
Ah,
We're moving our way up, and we're only like halfway up the zone here.
nah, I don't think we're doing another
Yeah,
draft.
I'm not feeling another one at the moment. In the sense of I'm sure I'll be doing a lot more of this. Don't need to rush them.
And
This
maybe next time we'll do something exciting.
oh, I felt like Griff's Boon was maybe the most exciting card we had, right? Like,
Yeah, our most exciting card was Rancor.
what if we take a 3-power ground creature and give it +1 flying, and that's a 5-turn clock every time. So anyway, that was that.
Chris Boone, another All-Star from my pre-release pool, and here we are.
Yeah, good card. All right. Anyway, thank you, Gnome, for joining on this.
No problem.
This was pretty excellent. Thanks everybody in the zoo. This was a lot of fun. It was very silly because we knew sort of how it was going to go after how much we disliked the deck. So
And stay tuned for next time where we do something insane, hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. Good night, everybody.
Open for 3-color.
Super insanity. Ah.
That's a supported